Hello guys, I'm DJ and I'm back with one more tutorial for this playlist where you're gonna turn this shader toy code here into one SparkSL code so that we can use in our filters on Spark AR. As always, let's take a look how our UV here looks like. In this code here they named it B. So let's check how it looks like. So P dot Y 0 dot K. Yeah, and as always, the Y coordinates are inverted compared to the one from Spark AR, and it's shifted here so that the coordinate 0, 0 is here in the middle. So we already know how to do that. If you haven't watched the past tutorials, I already explained how you can achieve that effect. Okay, so let's comment this last line here that I just added. Let's copy everything, Control A, Control C. Let's open Spark. Oh, I already converted it here. That's spoilers. So let's create a new one, new effect, and let's save it. Okay, saved here, new project. Let's add a rectangle, create a new material, shader type flat, and let's create a new shader here. Shader code assets, and double click to edit. And let's replace this default code by the one we found on shader toy. So Control V to paste it. And let's already fix the things we know that's always wrong here. Let's add the using namespace std. Let's see if there's any itime function. Itime here. Yeah. So let's press Ctrl D to find all the itimes. I can type get time. Then we replace all the itime by get time function. Another thing that we always need to change is this eye resolution, right? So let's create this variable here, vec2 eye resolution. So it's going to be equals to get render target size function. Okay, and let's get our UVs. Okay, instead of using these two lines here, let's comment it. And let's get our UV. In this case, they call it B. So let's call it B. It's gonna be vec2 equals fragment. And inside the fragment, we add the get vertex text chord here. And you're gonna have to invert the Y coordinates, okay, of the UV and shift 0.5. So we already know how to do that. I'm gonna just copy from the past tutorials. Okay, let's copy all these lines here, because I already explained the past tutorials. If you want to understand why we add those lines, we have to go back to our first tutorials of the playlist. And now we have to replace this UV here by P, because they called it P here in this code. So let's replace all this UV by P. And I already saw here that we have this iMouse. That's another variable you don't have here on SparkSL. So we need to receive this information from our inputs, okay? So it's gonna be a vec2 mouse position. Let's delete this input here that we won't use it here. Okay, and also all the inputs needs to be before the outputs here in the parameters of the function. And we need to create the vec2 iMouse variable. That's gonna be equals to the mouse position we're gonna get from the patch editor divided by this get render size as well. Let me see what else. Okay, I'm gonna save it and check all the errors you're gonna get. Ctrl S to save. Let me save it here. Okay, so it's saying somewhere that we don't have this variable q, and also that we have global variables that aren't constants. Okay, so let's fix that. Okay, I think this q is being used here, right? Let me check again. Yeah, in this poll function. Yeah, here. The q is the UV they got here before they shift and multiplied by the aspect ratio here. So instead of naming it p here, let's first name it as q. And after, let's create the variable p, back to p. That's gonna be equals q. Okay. So they both gonna have the UV information, but the p, we're gonna invert the y coordinates, multiply it by the aspect ratio, and shift it 0.5. Okay. And now the global variable, let's find it. Where is it? Let me search it again here. Global variables, PRM1. Ctrl F, let's search for this PRM1. It's here, it's being declared here outside all functions. Okay, this is one function, so let me fix this indentation so I don't get confused. This is another function. Okay. Yeah, so these two variables here are global variables and they aren't constant. So we're gonna have to transfer them inside some functions here. So I'm gonna first bring the PRM1 to our main function. And let's see which functions are used in this variable. Here inside the main function still. Okay, the map function is used in this variable. So let's add it here as a parameter of this function. Okay. Oops, it's a float. And let's see where else. Okay, so it's only this map function using this variable. So let's find where they're calling this map function. Okay, the map function is being called inside the render function. So let's add it here. That's PRM1 as the second argument of the function map. So here map is being called again. PRM1, and here as well. Okay, that's all. So render needs to receive this value as well. So float PRM1, And let's find where this render function is being called. Render. Okay, it's only here inside the main function. So let's add our PRM1 here. Okay, let's save. Oh, you also have to fix this one, BSMO. This one here. Let's find where it's being used. Let's search for it. BSMO is being used inside the map function. So let's add it here. And inside the main function, that's where it receives this value. Okay, this is also inside the main function. Okay, so let's declare it here inside the main function. Yeah, now I have to find where the map function is being called again. So you can add this BSMO here inside the render function. BSMO. Here as well. And also here. BSMO. And of course, the render function needs to receive this as a parameter here. The vec2 BSMO. And let's find where they're calling the render function. Here. So let's pass it here, the BSMO. Okay, I think now we are finally done. Let's save. Ctrl S. It's not updating. Let me try to reload this here. And the compilation finished successfully. Let's see. To get the mouse position, let's get the screen pen patch and connect it to the position output inside the input here of our shader. And it's correct. Okay, so you have this nice background for our filters, and you can use your creativity to find a nice way to use this effect, right? Let's see here if you change the screen size. Yeah, it's still perfect. And that's it, guys. Our tutorials are becoming faster because most of the things I already explained how to do it. And if you have any specific requests of some shader that you'd like me to translate from shader toy to SparkSL, you can comment here, okay? And also don't forget to give a like in the video and subscribe to the channel, okay? To support the channel. So bye bye, till next time.